Okay, Rachel, I want you to answer why I have lesbian deathbed with a question mark in my preamble notes.
Gamage, I believe we discussed this last week, so I'm going to have you refer to the episode that came out on Thursday. This
Thank you. That's
Thursday?
my answer, and
Tomorrow.
I'm deleting it. What about more recent news? I don't know. I finished Dungeon Crawler Carl 8.
Okay, I have a question for you that I've been waiting to
Yeah.
ask until you finished it.
Hold on. Wait, are you caught up with it?
No. I'm sorry that I knew that my tone immediately expressed that made it sound like I had read it already. That is false. I have not done that.
Okay.
I am absolutely avoiding reading it because I know that once I do, I am fully immediately caught up and I'm going to have to wait a really long time for the next thing. But
man, you just gotta bite the bullet.
I know the problem
I was
is
more
like
worried
there's
about
also spoilers everywhere. So now I'm like I have to keep avoiding Dungeon Crawler Carl forums that I joined once I finished the 7th book, and I'm like, so I need to just get to it.
Oh, I know. I was listening to 2 hours at a time. Like, I'll go to work and I do music and watch stuff. But then, like, I'm like, I'll do this 2 hour block. I reserve for Dungeon Crawler Carl. And then, like, last week on Wednesday or something, the Dungeon Crawler Carl subreddit was just like, we're announcing we're gonna do this. We're gonna allow spoilers by Friday instead of the full month. And I was like,
You're
oh
like,
no.
Fuck.
Luckily, I was at a point where I'm like, I could push up like to 3 or 4 hours now.
Yeah.
Brittany hasn't read it yet, so I will avoid spoilers. But what's your question?
So you previously, before you read this book, your prediction was that you were not going to enjoy it as much as the 7th one, I believe?
Yes.
How did it hold up?
I am going to ruminate on that. I am going to let it sit because I finished reading it today. So
okay.
I definitely got some
time.
recency. I definitely got some recency bias, like fucking bouncing around in my head.
But it was good enough that it's like something you need to think about.
It's definitely, yeah, you're right. Yes, it is something I need to think about. Like, because I finished it and I was all like, God damn. But then I'm constantly thinking like there's so many moments from book 7 that I'm like, I'm so into, and overall 7 it was my favorite book. But like I am like right now kind of whiplashed. So I do need to give it time
Fair
to
enough.
properly dissect it. Probably I need to read it again too, to like properly be able to place it in the thing.
I think that's also what I need to remember when I finish book 8 is that I actually really do want to go through and do a re-listen or reread or both of everything, and I have the power to do that.
It's a really good book to do that with because you do notice things differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not spoiling book 8, but like there are points where they point out things that were they point out things that like you could have noticed if you knew beforehand other things. And it's just like, oh, so I wouldn't mind going back and starting again too.
I like a book I like a book or a piece of media where hindsight is 20/20 and you're like, oh, I see it now. That's fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of things, I have another movie recommendation for you that I think needs to be the top of your list of things that you're like, if I'm going to go out of my way to watch this, you should try this one. Obsession.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one where they do like a love potion thingy, and the girl becomes obsessed with him, and it becomes like a horror movie.
Yeah, it's
that's hilarious. It's very. You know what? I'm not going to say anything about that. That's.
It was. I was surprised because I'm not normally a big horror movie person, but I was like, oh, like this is actually pretty well done.
It's got a twist to it.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I would recommend it.
Yeah, I mean it's just interesting timing is all, but like that is a movie that's on my list. It's not on the top of my list. It's probably not in my top 5. You insist it's going to be my number 1?
No, I don't think it's going to be your number 1. I think you should move it to number 1, mostly because I want to talk to you about it, and I think it's the movie that I've suggested that has the most talking points. I personally think the movie of the ones that I've suggested this year that would be your number 1 is They Will Kill You. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's They Will Kill You.
I assumed that Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die was going to be my number 1. Haven't watched any of these though.
That's also highly plausible. I just think you're going to enjoy They Will Kill You. It's more like campy. Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die is just genuinely good.
I mean, I don't just like campy. I like all kinds of things.
I know. I'm
But
aware. This
how
isn't like
dare
the
you?
sushi thing where I think you only like one thing. When I watched They Will Kill You, I was like, I feel like you would enjoy the humor in this movie.
Probably, yeah. I mean, write them all down because I keep forgetting, and I every like weekend when I get time to myself, I'll like open up Netflix, Hulu, HBO Plus, all the ones that I have that I don't pay for, and I like scroll through them looking for any like recent movie releases. Because again, I'm not paying to see movies
Yeah, valid.
in this generation.
In this day and
But
age,
in
no.
this day and age, with gas the way it is, no. But I haven't seen any of the movies I wanted to see like up for stream yet. And
I thought you
that's
I thought you
sad.
were gonna say any of the movies I wanted to see, like Up, and then you just paused. So I was like, oh,
Like
you
Up.
still haven't seen the balloon movie. Got it.
I also haven't actually watched Up before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's.
I mean, I
I think
know
it's
of
fine.
it. It's yeah. I watched the intro to it. Like I watched the really sad bit, and then it went on, and I was like preoccupied, and I didn't really care, and that's kind of where I left it.
I honestly think the first 8 seconds is a well-made story, and you really don't need to go much further than that. You're like, oh,
All right,
tragedy, cool. And then the rest of the movie, every time I think I've only watched it maybe twice. I don't think I really pay attention for 99% of it because it's just like
I
it's just an okay animated movie. It's not anything special in my opinion.
I think at this point there's more Pixar movies that I haven't seen than I have seen. Like it's just I don't know when this scale's tipped, and that's a strange phenomenon to think about.
I think probably when they started pumping out garbage. I'm not saying Up is garbage, but that would be my guess. Is when animated
I feel
movies
like
just started being like, let's fucking drop shit everywhere.
I don't think Up is on the list of the garbage movies, but I do
No.
think it was like near the line of like
Yeah, it's like
of when
it's
things
pre
turned.
yeah, pre the Catalyst. It's right before that era.
Is Cars Pixar? Because I feel like Cars was like the line.
I think it is. I'm
Because
not 100%
I've seen Cars
certain.
and I didn't hate it, but
Where's
like I
the
was
line
definitely
between
like
Pixar
meh.
and Disney? Because
Hmm?
Disneyland has a Cars ride, but I don't know where the line between Pixar and Disney gets blurred
Well,
and unblurred.
Well, it's Disney Pixar. All Pixar's Disney, but not all Disney's Pixar. Like
Okay,
Disney
yeah,
has
I
its
couldn't
own 3D
remember.
animation thing.
I couldn't remember which way the umbrella went.
Fact checker, post all Pixar movies ever right now, and also post
No.
all Disney movies, all of them ever.
Also, how did
right
they get
now.
Mongo wrong? Did they not give him feathers? She
They
said
probably
Hot
didn't give him
Topic has
feathers.
new merch, and most of it got Mongo wrong.
I mean, I feel
That
like
would be
a
the
lot
easy
of
way to do it.
I feel like a lot of Dungeon Crawler Carl merch out there is AI, and I mean, if
Ugh.
you like, I see a lot of it on the subreddit, and like, I kind of bite my tongue, like I don't want to be like if you're posting AI art of Dungeon Crawler Carl, I think you missed the point of the book.
Yeah, a smidgen. A
Just a-
smidgen.
Just a lot.
It's just so unfortunate because there is so much fucking incredible Dungeon Crawler Carl art, and it's like, can you please not fuck around with these amazing souls that are putting in the work? That's really it.
What do you mean that's it? That's a lot.
I know that's
Like,
a
okay,
lot. I just thought there was
stopped-
more, I guess.
I stopped watching
Turning
at
Reds for
Monsters
sure
University.
beyond.
I,
Oh, yeah.
I watched because I watched Brave. I saw that in theaters and I loved it. And then Monster University came out and I'm like, oh cool. And then I just didn't get around to watching it. And I think at that point I stopped watching all of them.
I gotta be honest. I think I stopped watching at Toy Story 3 because, like, I've seen Cars 2, but, like, I didn't, like, it just appeared while I was at the dentist or something. Like, it's under that circumstance. Somebody had to harangue me into seeing Brave. There are many things on the list after that I have not seen.
I will agree with you that I watched Toy Story 3 and then I did not watch Cars 2. So I think Brave kind of goes into the same kind of category that you were talking about, where it's like you watch that. I watched Brave. I love Brave. Brave is one of my favorite movies. And then I saw Inside Out once. I didn't watch the rest of them. Finding Dory. I hate Finding Nemo. Why would I watch that? I skipped The Good Dinosaur. I skipped Coco. I didn't watch any of these sequels. I didn't watch Toy Story 4. I didn't, watch Monsters University. I did watch Onward. I did not watch Soul. I watched Luca. I watched Turning Red. I watched Lightyear. and this is fun.
Has Toy Story 5 come out yet?
It's about to. I keep seeing ads
Okay.
for it where there's like a leapfrog learning iPad thing, and it's like, I'm the future and you toys are stupid. And I'm like, I'm not watching that. I didn't even watch Toy Story 4.
I think literally everything past Cars 2, well, we'll include Brave because I've seen it. Everything past Brave, I've seen like 2 movies. Like I watched Coco because my nephew was obsessed with it, and Finding Dory, and that's it.
I liked Luca. I liked Onward.
I heard Soul was
the-
really good. I've never seen it, and I don't think it got a lot of hype, but somebody else told me they really liked it.
What was the one Encanto? Was that not a Pixar movie?
I guess not.
No, it was a Disney movie because it's like a whole Disney princess thing.
Yeah. That makes sense.
They take that shit serious.
Yeah, they do.
Welcome to We Have That Podcast at Home, the only podcast with legal ownership of the Chaos Emeralds, Sonic, so lose our number and stop threatening our lawyers. I'm on Brand Gamage.
Also, Eggman, you need to get it the fuck together. The pathetic little love notes you keep leaving in our mailbox honestly disgust me. And I'm on Brand Rachel, and each week we play Russian roulette with our success and spin a wheel to find out the genre of the next week's podcast. We're now decorating our wheel in Chaos Emeralds. Go fuck yourselves, Sonic and Eggman. Last week, our spin, we did not spin because Gamage really wanted to talk about an album, so we are just shoehorning more pop culture down your throat. Have fun.
I like how...
It's really good. I'd recommend listening.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, I like how you make it seem like it was entirely my shoulders. Like, I didn't think you were going to enjoy it or something.
You recommended it, so I was saying that we move pop culture up to the top, which is something that I think both of us have done before. It was not meant to throw you under the bus, because this album was fucking fantastic. Start to finish.
I'll say that. I feel like every time we're like, I'm gonna take control of the wheel and we're gonna do our own thing, it's always pop culture. We're almost a pop culture podcast.
We're a pop culture podcast that like flirts with being a little bit less pop culture during other themes. We're a pop culture podcast that blends with other genres on occasion.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be a fully music podcast, but like I've seen music shows and music reviewers on YouTube, and they're a miserable bunch. I don't want to be that. like I was I was watching, was it Anthony Fantano? Like every now and then I'll watch his stuff, like when he like talks about an album I like, and like just listening to him talk, it's like, did you not like it? Did you? Like you're saying good things, but you're not happy about it. Like
yeah, you sound like somebody
I don't want to be there.
Has convinced you to speak of this.
Yeah, we didn't. You could
chose
not
this.
talk about it.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe I don't want to talk about music. Maybe I want to talk about dick jokes on Reddit. Like I think that's what
the
you
creative
might need
freedom. Yeah. I need to decide when I get to speak of dicks, and not all music has dicks, okay?
I mean, most music has dicks. It's all about interpretation.
But I don't always like it,
So yeah, today we're doing a deep dive discussion on Genesis Owusu's new album, Redstar Woo and the Worldwide Scourge. And what we're going to do is go down the track list and talk about each song. We'll also be guessing if it's the other person's favorite song, as if to say, you're so basic and obvious. We'll have 2 guesses each in case we're wrong about the other person, or if they have multiple favorites. Like I could probably go either way on several songs on here.
Yeah, that was my thing too, is I was like, I have several that I starred that I was like, oh my God, like I don't even know if I'm committed to one over the other.
I think I'm comfortable. I've listened to the album enough. I think I'm comfortable with like one is like I enjoy this one I think the most, and then everything else is like there's 3 songs that aren't tied for second.
Yeah.
is where I'm at.
Yeah. Okay, I have a question for you. Would you like to propose us guessing the song that the other person likes? Because I think when we start talking about the track, there might be some tells in there.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I thought I wrote it down, but how we're gonna do it is we're gonna get to track one, we'll say the name of the song, and then we'll take a moment to guess,
Oh, okay,
and
sick. I
then
like
we'll
that.
we'll, we'll then talk about the song.
All right.
First of all, did you like it?
No, I hated it. This album
Okay.
sucked. No, I thought this album was phenomenal. I have some like overall thoughts that I think would be nice to start with.
Yeah.
Holy crap. This album was such a cool blend of different sounds and
Right?
like it has different genres, but in the
Yes.
way that I have previously described Korea as having different international foods, where it's like, it's all very clearly like your consistent style with these extra flavors added in.
Yeah.
And so it maintains this like authenticity of it being like, this is the main artist that is like exploring these other genres. Like it is this person doing these things.
Yeah, that was actually going to be my first question is how would you describe the genre, which I think you just did plainly. If you ask me, I would say whatever genre the Gorillaz are. It's a blend
Yeah.
of punk, hip hop, electronic sounds, and it's all very, very authentic is a right word because it's like very much like this is Genesis Owusu's thing, and like
Yeah.
there's a little bit of him in everything.
It's got like British style rap in it. Like there's so many different, there's just there. Well,
He's actually
I kind of
Australian.
wrote, is he really?
Yeah, he's Australian.
That's wild because there was multiple. I meant to look it up before we like actually sat down and talked about this because I was wondering because there's so many things that he talks about with like the Yakuza that I was like, this. I bet you're not British. But I was like, I don't know where you're like where you hail from or where you've spent time in your life.
I mean,
But there's
yeah,
so many influences of like a very British style rap and punk throughout this.
Yeah, he's I don't know how to pronounce that and I apologize. Is it Ghanaian? Ghanaian?
I think Ghanaian.
He's Ghanaian Australia rapper and singer from Canberra. Those are all a lot of words that I have trouble with. I'm sorry. He was born in Ghana, so
The image isn't cultured. It's okay.
I'm not cultured, unfortunately. I mean, I'm really good at seeing words and reading the words, but then like when it comes to saying the words, I'm like, I've only ever read this word. I don't
I don't know
I
what
don't know.
this is. I need an adult.
But yeah, he's Australian, so like a lot of Australian culture is they're right there next to like Japan and Korea, so like there's a lot of like intermingling there. It's kind of like how
would make more sense.
like how in California there's like a lot of like Mexican stuff. Like there's a lot of like blending, melting pot of a culture kind of thing happening there, and that's why you get like some Japanese references in here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, so the biggest motif on this album, I would say, is because it's all kind of a theme, but the motif on this album is like unity in the face of like real world evil, and how like we're only gonna make it if we get together. Some wise words I heard recently are unity, support, family, and kneecapping bitches. So and that I feel that line really works in this album.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and one of the best songs on this album even says like it's not left and right, it's up and down, and that's like something that I've been hearing a lot recently of like it's not a culture war, it's a class war, and the people who buy into the culture war are part of the problem. We're like there's like half of them are bots like kind of invoking this kind of rage and rage baiting people, and then the other half are people that are just maybe not the smartest, they're kind of just buying into it, and then you got the rest of us. Getting into it, let's start with the first track, Pirate Radio. Fantastic start.
Yeah, really strong start. And see, this first track is where I was like, this is very like British style rap that particularly the reason that it sounded that way to me is that it reminded me of music that I listened to like in probably like high school, and the type of rap that I listened to from England at that time like very much had this style.
Yeah, and I do think that every song past this song is like way better. I do think that
would agree.
I don't think this is the worst song, but it's definitely like, ooh, this is an interesting start. Where you're like, okay, you kind of get an idea of what this album is gonna be, and then you're wrong.
Yeah,
and that's cool. I really like that. Like
Yeah,
it really sets the tone where you think you know, and then it's gonna just be something different. And
it completely subverts expectations.
Yeah.
That's how I like is a really good way to put it, because I listened to that first song and I was like, oh, sick, this is gonna be a good album. And then we got to the next song and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
this is gonna be a cool album.
Yeah, so Genesis Owusu had this to say regarding the song when he posted it. He said, "The rich are getting richer and us regulars are eating each other alive, smoke screened by paranoia inducing culture wars and our own growing poverty. There is no war in Ba Sing Se type shit." So, he's an Avatar fan. "Someone's gotta sound the alarm and break the hypnosis, and that someone isn't going to be the guy saving immigrants are eating your cats, and they probably won't have $1 billion in their bank accounts either. If Elon Musk has no more haters, then I'm dead. Love, Genesis Owusu, heart emoji." What a poet.
Seriously. My
favorite line from this song is definitely like the Elon's a fucking weirdo who gave these incels moolah. Like,
yeah, it's so
it's
good.
Really good.
Yeah. No, it's a strong start. This is also the song that I'm realizing I wrote the least about.
Yeah.
I do love that the background audio track or vocal track that's going on throughout this song is psychosomatic blow your brains out.
Yeah. Yeah. Last time I heard a song that said psychosomatic constantly was The Prodigy, Breathe. Oh, what an era. I'm old. I kept my notes about each song kind of short and sweet because I was, I knew that I was just going to have a discussion and just gush about every song. Yeah, pirate radio is great. It definitely feels like the pirate radio thing is like just the whole Manosphere podcast kind of bros of like, the Joe Rogan type and all that. Great song.
Yeah, no, and it's really good. I also like that it explores the theme of like when you start paying more attention to those things, like you feel, I think he even uses this descriptor like thinner as a person because it's like wearing on you to such a deep level.
Number 2 on the album is Stampede. This might be the biggest song on the album.
Like, physically?
Oh, I forgot we were gonna see if we were gonna guess if this is the other person's favorite.
Fuck. All right.
I don't think it's your favorite, so like, I don't know why I said that.
I don't think it's your favorite either.
Yeah, I mean it's not. It's a great song.
I was like, it's a good song, and I was like, I get why Gamage enjoys this album once I hit this song, and I was like, there's gonna be more of this to come. But yeah, I don't think it's your favorite.
Yeah, but like this is the biggest song on the album, at least on YouTube. It's like the highest streamed single that came out, I don't know, a couple months ago.
That doesn't surprise me, but that is also disappointing.
Well, that's just how singles are,
Yeah, and I get that. I just think, well, I don't know. It's not disappointing in a way because okay, we're going to go back to an example. When I first heard Hosier's Take Me to Church, I was like, damn, that's a really good song. And then I listened to the rest of the album and I was like, objectively, this is the worst song on the album, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I feel like that would be somebody's experience listening to Stampede, which I don't necessarily think it's like the lowest song on the album, but I think you would hear that, come to this, and then be like, holy shit, it gets better.
I have an example to disagree with this, but we'll come to that later. But I mean, I get what you're saying. There's definitely like a lot of songs where like I'll hear it, go wow, and then get the album, go oh wow. And since you brought up one you mentioned 1,000 times, I Will Too. The Killers was you buy it for Mr. Brightside, but every other song on the album is way better than Mr. Brightside. Even though Mr. Brightside broke records and was on like the UK #1 for years, it's not even close to the best song on the album. But this song is fantastic. Every song on here is pretty much politically charged, but before you bitch about how everything's political now, know that music's always kind of been that way. And
also,
look at Bob Dylan.
Yeah, objectively speaking, don't get me wrong. There's sometimes where you want something to be an escape, but there's like music has always been a reflection of what you're going through in reality. That's why there's like deep emotional cuts. There's songs that are about politics. Like it's about the world happening to you or to someone.
Yeah.
I really loved that this switched from like very British rap vibes to picking up like an 80s pop vibe for this song. And what a fantastic transition.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
And then something that I really enjoyed, that he does this a couple times between songs. This one goes from talking about fight for the ones you love and then immediately picks up the next song carrying on the quote, like for the ones you love.
Yeah, no, a lot of songs on here do that. Yeah, it's the line says you got to do it for the ones you love, and then the next song, Hellstar, starts with you got to do it for the ones you love to protect them from the worldwide scourge, because the
Yep.
album like topic is the worldwide scourge, which is
Hmm.
like basically Trump, but it's also Israel and like a lot of the other just like evils that are just kind of like infecting the world and
Well, I think
uh,
England has a version of Trump right now, don't they?
kind of like it's not nearly as bad. I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah. Well, no, I meant like they all mocked us for electing Trump. I do think this was 2 elections ago, so I don't know what the fuck's going on with their shit now.
I mean there's Boris
But
Johnson. People mocked Boris Johnson for years. I would see so
yeah.
much of it. And it was basically a laughing thing. And then he was never as bad as Trump because I feel like
Mm-mm.
Boris Johnson at least was had some eloquence to the way he spoke. I mean, you're laughing now, but compare it to Trump. Trump can't
Yeah.
fucking.
Well,
He has no speaking skills. I don't know who gave him a fucking microphone.
and the issue was more of there was like multiple countries that elected people that were sort of this same vein. Trump is, I think, easily the worst.
Yeah,
That might be proximity, but I'm pretty sure that stands in most places.
yeah. But Hellstar what was the one that like this song leads into, and it's a really good song.
I love that. We went through like British rap to like an 80s pop vibe to this has such deep, funky beats going
Dude, I
on.
know it's a very Bootsy Collins type song.
Yeah, it
Like
was
it,
great.
but it's also got like some. It's got some the tastiest guitar jams I've ever heard. But it's
Yeah,
also
fucking.
has some hip hop in it, like interlaced. Duckworth is featured on this song. Like crazy. It's so good.
I don't think this is your favorite.
It's funny because I actually wrote down here one of my favorites, and I wouldn't have minded you spending a guess on this song.
Watch,
first
I'm
time
gonna
I listened
guess
to
like
this-
the most wildly incorrect song, and you're gonna be like, I fucking hate that one.
No, I mean, but you'd be surprised. I actually, my first time listening to this album, I was on the treadmill doing some running, and I got to this song, and I'm like, oh, this is for sure my favorite song. And then I listened to every other song on here, but like this song was really good, and Hellstar is God, I don't even know what it's fully about. I didn't like really do a whole deep dive on it.
Same. This one, I think the first couple songs, I was so enthralled with the different
Yeah, you're just kind
like
of
genres that we were just transitioning through that I didn't actually like take notes on the actual lyrics of what was going on, which I definitely get way more into in the next several songs. But I'm
yeah.
gonna have to go back because I think I listened to this enough times that if I was listening to the song, I could be like, oh yes, okay, it's about this. But I haven't
Yeah.
listened to it enough to know off the top of my head which one is which.
I mean, a lot of these songs are kind of about the same thing. Like you know, one song could be about the evil of the world and pointing it out and being all like that sucks, and then the next song would be about unity and coming together. And I feel like Hellstar might be one of the outliers of like it's about trying to just rise above all of it.
I am reading the lyrics and I'm excited to re-listen to this. But it basically starts with being like you have such a presence, but there's poison in your eyes and like you're killing yourself trying to like find love in such a hateful place.
Yeah.
Is how it starts. I don't know how it continues, but
But moving on to the next one, Falling Both Ways.
also a great song.
Also a great song. Moment of silence for favorites.
I don't
No?
think this
Okay.
is your favorite.
It's up there. I mean, most of these songs are tied for second, I will say. This one's featuring Lady Hawk. She's a fantastic singer. This one has an incredible beat and comes across as an electronic pop song to me.
I agree.
Yeah, the backtrack tempo of the song is perfect for jogging. Like when I was running, like this one was just like matching me step for step for step, and I'm like, damn, that's what makes a song great. And by the way, this album great to run to. There's songs on here to change your speed and cool down with. 10 out of 10. But I do love the messaging behind this song because this song is about finding someone to like share it all with. It's like weathering a storm. Because you're not alone. And it even opens like with it opens and ends with Earth, Heaven, Hell. What's the difference? Long I get to kick it with you. It's like, I don't care what the state of things are, just so long as you're here with me.
Yeah. I really like this song. There was a particular style era of music that was going on when the show Teen Wolf came out. I don't give a fuck anybody's opinion about that show. It had some good music in it. But this particular song, like, brought me back to that exact, like, little microcosm of music that was happening. Because of its, like, I don't know, like, weird little funky sounds that it had going on. And I really dug it. And I feel like that song was also, like, it's a little bit about your devotion to the people that you love. In the, like, what it's saying with the, like, I just want to be here with you. But I really, really, really fucking love the transition from this song to the next song.
Actually, no, yeah, like that's actually the first thing I was gonna have is the next one is the Worldwide Scourge, Moment of Silence. It's not my favorite. No, I was gonna do favorites or not.
Okay. This one I think might be my favorite.
Might be your favorite? All right.
Might be my favorite.
I did not have this one on as your favorite.
I think this one is tied with like one other one for like my top. I think this one probably takes first. The other one's just so catchy to my ears that I like want to listen to it more. But I it's the, and this one has to be listened to it like in its completeness with the other, like the other song before it, just because the transition between them is it says, life, heaven, hell, what's the difference as long as I get to kick it with you? And then the music cuts. And it almost has this like sobering effect. And the next thing that you hear in the silence is, but there is a difference.
Yeah.
Between life, heaven, and hell.
It is chilling. It's earth, heaven, and hell. What's the difference? Long I get to kick it with you. And then, but there is a difference. And fuck, like that. I love this song, but I love its placement on this album more than anything.
Yeah, it's so good.
Because it has such a good contrast, like with how comfortable you got with the last two songs. You forget that this is a top tier rapper. You're like, this is a sweet song with good grooves and a feel good message. Bam, bars.
Yep. Well, and this song is like what every slam poet wants to be. Like this is what everyone's hope is to have this much impact when you speak. Because it's like, it's the tone shift of, like, it's very sobering because the music has ended, and then it's immediately followed by like a completely different style of music where it's like, for a long time, it is just one note that is carrying you as he monologues over it. And then there's a beat that comes in later as he starts discussing these major themes of oppression and ethical wrongs that are going on in our current culture.
Yeah, genocide in Palestine, racism, lower class finances, just why we keep putting Nazis in power. It's it's about the growing plague of evil and corruption. Like this song is a really fantastic song that I feel like this is the turning point for a lot of people that may have bought into the MAGA thing, where they'll like get to the song and they'll be like, ugh, and turn away, and that's fine. Bye.
Did you?
Surprised you stuck around.
Yeah, I do feel like, not necessarily specifically from that perspective, but I do feel like this album does a good job of, it's almost like lulling you into a sense of security and then slaps you with this song. Yeah. And it's just so well placed.
Like the placement of the song is very, it's important. Like we talked about this on the Ray's album about like how songs placed are, how when you're making an album, there's a lot of thought going into where you're putting your music and like how the large narratives being played out. And that's why I want to like save these album discussions for albums that I think really nail that. I feel like that is like, I wouldn't shuffle Ray's album. I could shuffle this album if I took a couple songs out, but like I feel like Worldwide Scourge and Falling Both Ways are
they're
peanut
meant
butter
to be
and jelly.
Adjacent. Yeah.
Very much so.
Did you notice his breathing during this song?
Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting, and I feel like intentional, because there's a lot of times where he's rapping where you cannot hear his little intake and breath. And in this one, it's like especially towards the middle, because he kind of drops it at the very beginning and the very end. Yeah, and it's almost like crying, where it's like he'll say like 3 words and then be like, and then say a couple more words, and it's so fucking cool. And then like after he stops...
in between verses...
Yeah, if you notice the very end of the song, after he stops doing that, there's a beat that like sounds similar to that sound that picks up in the same cadence.
Yeah.
And it's just
I just thought about that,
neato. It's such a good song.
This is one of the best songs I will say on the album. Like, I do think that there's like a couple songs that I'm like, this is probably the best written song on this album.
Yeah, well, and that might
And
be
this is
what
one of
this
them.
is this might be, in my opinion, like the best song on the album. And maybe it's because there's another song that I'm just like, I just love the vibe of it.
Yeah,
So that might be what this is where this song's just so well written that I'm like, it needs to be at the top. But perhaps that's why it is like in tandem with a different one.
yeah, no, I get it.
But yeah, fucking phenomenal song. Easily, but yeah, it might be my favorite. Unsure. It's tied with another one currently, and I need to listen to it more.
I think that this one kind of falls probably into like a third-ish place. Not like it's tied for second, but like I feel like it's lower on the second list than. Does that make sense? I'm not
Yeah.
talking about it anymore. Next song
Moving
is
on.
Blessed Are the Meek. Favorite?
I don't think it's your favorite.
I don't think it's your favorite either.
Okay.
This one might be my least favorite song. I feel like I don't hate it, but like I do think that this one's a good one about empathy. It's got a pleasant soul style to it. It feels good to walk to, and it's a little slower, especially after where we just came from. And like, this is a good transition into everything else. So I don't have anything bad to say about this song, but like I can't cream in my jeans over it either.
Yeah, well, and to the point of how phenomenal Worldwide Scourge is, like, it's almost
hard
like
one
the
to follow
palate
up.
cleanser that lets you get to the next song. You know,
Exactly,
like
yeah.
it's still good. It's not bad. It's got like these funky little gentle beats as he riffs through it, but it's definitely like it kind of reminded me of like OG rap, but
Yeah.
it definitely doesn't necessarily hold quite the same flame in comparison.
Next song, song number 7, Life Keeps Going. I
Gamage,
do not. Yep.
I had this written down as though I think this might be a song that you very much liked from this.
I do very much like it, but it's not on my. It's not in my top 2.
Okay.
Like, I said that most songs are tied for 2, and this song is like kind of on there, but like there's 2 songs that I'm more tied for 2 than the other
Okay.
ones, and then one that I'm like that one, please, daddy, yes.
Okay, cool.
I really enjoy this one. I really like this one. I really like how it picks up speed from the last one. It's very electronic with some punk elements to it. Overall, great song. I like it. I like how it's just like, hey, Worldwide Scourge, things suck, but like, we can't just drop our entire lives and providing for our family to just do revolution. We're not in that position. Like, things suck, but like, we have to care for our immediate things and families first. And like, that's kind of how the song feels to me. Is it's just like life keeps going.
So my take on this song I think is a little bit different. I agree with your like tonal analysis of it as far as sound goes. Like, it is a very EDM style sort of song, but it has so much complexity to the way that they overlapped different vocal tracks and sounds that it almost feels like it's like trying to encapsulate the anxiety of what it is for life to keep moving even when you're like tripping and falling.
Yes.
And so it's like, it's almost like it's hard to keep up with because there's literally times where there's like, I think 3 voices talking and they're saying different things. But then the end of the song, his core vocals get stronger and start overpowering the actual music itself, and it starts toning down. And then it's explicitly talking about like staying strong and hyping yourself up so that you can make it through it. Now it's like, it almost feels like it's like when people tell you life just keeps going while you're like, shit's fucked and I like don't know what I'm doing. And then it's the like, not quite hope, because it's not really rooted in like we can do it. It's like rooted in a like, yeah, we can get the fuck up and make it. But like not in the like a real sense of that. Like, because one of the lines is something to the effect of these aren't cracks, I'm immune. So it's almost like denial.
Yeah.
In the face of like it's not hopeful. Like, it's a very like, it is but it isn't.
Perseverance.
Yes, there we go. Thank you. I was like, I can't find the word for what this is because I'm like, it's not quite hope, but it's something that like works in tandem with it.
Yeah. Next up, number 8, Most Normal American Voter. I do not think this is your favorite song.
This is actually my other favorite song, I think.
Oh, is it?
It
I
got
do love
me.
this song though.
I didn't.
Me too. It's so
didn't
good.
hit me the first time around. I liked it, and I liked that it's like kind of punk ska. And then when I listened to it a second time, I was like, damn, no, I really love this. It's just got such a fun fucking beat going on.
Yeah, it gets it even better too. Like if you like read the lyrics, you're like, oh, I didn't even because we both have like the audio processing thing. We're like we hear vocals as an instrument before we hear them as words.
Vocal. Yeah.
So like I have to like go and find the words and be like, oh, and it opens up brand new meanings to songs for me. But I do love Most Normal American Voter. I do think that it's pretty straightforward as far as messaging goes. This one it takes the last song and then pumps up the punk. It's very upbeat. But it's like from the perspective of somebody who like bought into the misinformation campaign. It even says missing information and is like is now wondering why his paradise that he voted for is on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And God, I love it.
I really loved I kind of struggled with this, but I feel like this has ska influence. And then I went and listened to ska because I was like, am I thinking of the right thing? And then I came across, I came across a song that has almost the same like continuation of beat, but like in a totally different sound profile. And I was like, this is why it's hitting my ears this way. It's because it's like if you took this same concept and just changed like the instruments and the speed at which you were playing.
Like there's no trumpet or saxophone. Like there's no like the normal like ska kind of horns, but like it is the right. It's playing like
the right
a ska
energy.
song.
Yeah.
It's like how I really like how sometimes you can hear like music being played by a musician be like, this is very interesting. What does it remind me of? And then you find out that musician plays another instrument and you're like, like
makes sense.
Muse, the lead singer guitarist from Muse, the way he plays the guitar is very interesting to me. And I'm like, he plays it so interestingly. And then I thought, then he plays the piano in some of his songs. And then I realized, he's playing the guitar like it's a piano. Like he's like kind of the quick kind of mathematical notes kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
And this song is very ska without ska.
Yes. It's like the LaCroix of ska.
Yeah, okay.
Ska farted near this track. I had this as this is definitely easily one of my I think this is the one that's tied with Worldwide Scourge for a favorite.
That's crazy, yeah.
There are definitely other songs that I'm like, these are super high in the running, and I'm sure as I listen to this album more, something's gonna get shifted around. I did have this one as I thought that you would like also, but I don't necessarily think it's your top song.
Yeah, so far I've been completely wrong with your favorite, so we'll see. Next up is song number 9, Death Cult Zombie.
Oh, phenomenal. I felt like this song had so much British punk to it and had such a great commentary on the negative aspects of our culture, like feeding on people's insecurities and pushing them into like just fucking affronting ideology. Did you catch the Hank Hill line? Because that was easily my favorite one from this.
My favorite line is actually another one, but like I did want to say like technically Leaving the Light was like Brittany Nemai's first introduction to Genesis Owusu. That song came out a couple years ago. It's popped up on my algorithm a couple times, but it wasn't a song I was like wild about, so I kind of just forgot about Genesis Owusu. This is the first song off this album that we heard. It came out a couple months ago as a single. It just popped up. We were in the car listening to like a random algorithm mix. It came on, and I thought it was a new Boko Ute song that I hadn't heard of before. Because Genesis Owusu, when he does like the punk kind of music, it reminds me of Boko Ute, who was like one of my favorite artists from last year. And yeah, this song continues the trend of like the last two of like a little more punk, and this is like punk.
Yeah, it fully commits.
My favorite, like God, the song itself, you're right. It's about the kind of people who buy into the manosphere and preach religious nonsense. Great lyrics, a lot of wisdom in the lines. If you're gonna listen to one song on this album, I would say start with this one and to decide if you want to subscribe.
If you want more, yeah.
This might be my second favorite song, but my favorite line in this song is when he does the he's making fun of Disturbed because because he does like a monkey. Ooh, ah, ah, ah.
Yeah.
Are you down with the think you're down with the sickness?
Uh-huh.
And now I'm like, oh my God, it's down with the sickness because the lead singer of Disturbed, David Drummond, I forget his name. I don't care about him, but he's like a crazy Palestinian pro-genocide Zionist. So who cares about him and that? And this is kind of, it felt like this was kind of him calling out the people that like that music and just kind of follow into that blind manosphere sort of
sheeping your
pipeline
way
of just
in.
hating.
Yeah,
being all like, I like Disturbed, so I hate Palestine, and that's like, well, that's not it. So he's like, hey, you look like monkeys when you do your dumb fucking down at the sickness. But yeah, I fucking love the song. This song's got so many good lines, like the that homo looks like Jesus, but you're spitting on his wit. You treat your Bible
so
like a
good.
weapon. You're not reading that shit. Like, fuck, it's so good. This is definitely probably my second favorite song.
I think my favorite, like, I love this line, not because it is the most powerful line in this at all, because, like, the Jesus spit on his wit and the Bible line are so good, but I really love the can't believe we let the whole world get turned by Hank Hill-looking motherfuckers, Bobby's on the block till a red corn suffers, got me. I was like, holy crap.
Every time I read the lines on the song, I'm like, God, I catch another line that it's so good. And this is the one that ends with
more
like
magic.
It's not left or right, it's up and down. This is the song you should at least like listen to. Mr. Master Race, but still no GED. Fuck. Burning in the sun and looking British in the teeth. Fuck, it's so good. Okay. I could just read this one a bunch. Next one. Song number 10, Situations. This is actually my first guess for your favorite song.
I could understand that.
And then if it wasn't, I was going to guess that this is your second favorite. It's a pleasant song. It's a pleasant rock song about empathy, trying to make your common man return the favor and feel with you because like we're in this together. That's the part of the whole unity of this album. I did like this song, and like every time this song comes on, I feel a little perked up. It's got like some nice kind of soft rock vibes, soulful,
this was
funky.
The first. Yeah, I was gonna say this was the first song that I feel like throughout it, its intention is solely to bring hope into the room.
Yeah,
like the other ones discuss so many themes that are so heavy that like it can't solely exist as a song that is bringing hope. And this one's like, all right, I'm here to like really knit us back together for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, like no, maybe we estranged, but you still my brother. Like I love that line. It's a great song.
I did really like this song because I had like a star system while I was moving through this, and this is one that I think is pretty up there for me. But I think my highest contenders for favorite were between Death Cult Zombie, Most Normal American Voter, and The World Scourge.
Yeah,
and I think I'm pretty firmly between Most Normal American Voter and The World Scourge. I do still have another one coming up that I really enjoy, but it's not necessarily like my top fave.
Okay, I got it wrong then, and that's fine. That's fine. It means you're not that basic. Look at that, everybody. One of our favorite jokes on this podcast is how Rachel's basic, but maybe she's not as basic as we thought.
Rachel's possibly a multicellular organism. Remains to be seen. No, multicellular. Okay. It's up for debate.
Yeah. I mean, we've never seen Rachel in person.
Exactly.
Anyway, song number 11 is For Life. I adore this song. It might be one of my least favorite songs, but like I've thought a lot about it. And on paper, I shouldn't like this song. It's kind of slow. His voice is pitched up, but like I cannot skip it every time it comes on. I love it. I wouldn't want this song off the album, but like it's lyrically it's like a nostalgic jam and like wishing for simpler times and like fuck it. It hits me in the heart. I get the same kind of feeling as I do from Hyper Youth from Joey Valence and Bray is like, you know, it just feels good to me. Maybe it's because I'm old and dusty.
I'm old and crotchety.
Full of green dust.
I feel like it had the like Tron-ass opening and then the arcade ending really nestle it into this like very nostalgic feeling as it ends.
Yeah. I just think that this song's like one of the most special songs on this album, and I feel like Without it, the album would not be as bright.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Next song, Running Out of Time, number 12.
Okay, so I think this is one of your top songs.
This one is most definitely my favorite song on this
Fuck
album.
yes. Okay, because
Yeah,
I was like writing this one out, and I was like 80s synth rock.
Yeah,
and it's like about
yeah.
enjoying yourself and not wanting the moment to end. So I was like, it
Yeah.
has like the upbeat shit that I know that you enjoy when you're like doing a task.
Doing
then
a
I was
task.
like, and it has the 80s pump going on, and it's so good.
Its tempo is also about the same as Falling Both Ways, so it's like the perfect
Yeah.
jog rhythm of like dun, 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 dun. Like it's fantastic. It lines with your feet, and it does give me the vibes of like trying to live your best life despite everything burning and crumbling around you. But like, you know, you got one shot at this, so make the most of it. And it's a fucking catchy beat. God, I love the song. Yeah. You got me. I'm a single cellular organism.
Well, no, because I had Life Keeps Going as your top one. But I knew that this one was going to be on like your top enjoyment. But I thought Life Keeps Going was going to be your number one.
Yeah. Next up is Big Dog, and I'm surprised this one isn't my favorite, because like every time I listen to it, I'm like, God, this is so good. I fucking love this song.
I'm shocked you didn't pick this one as my favorite after how many times I've said that I listen to the Sonic the Hedgehog theme to get locked in, because that is all this song reminded me of. It's like, it's Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's the vibe of fuck off, I'm gonna make it anyway.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna get there regardless.
Hard. It's synthy and hard, and I love it. I even said right here, up there with my favorites, but maybe not my top two, and I stand by that.
Same. It's not my like any of my top songs, but I do really like it.
Yeah, like I really love the flow of it. Like the backtrack is so good, because it is like grade A raps, but then like the music is like, this kind of doesn't fit, but that almost works. Like,
yeah, no, it
what do you mean
itself.
you put? It's almost like, what do you mean you put potato chips in your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then you try it and you're like, I don't know why this works, but it works.
Is this okay?
This is illegal, right?
Yeah.
Last song is One for All. This is actually going to be my guess for your favorite. Your number one favorite.
You know what's interesting? I actually think this was my least favorite.
Weird. Okay, I don't know Rachel, everybody. We the tables have turned.
I think I spent enough time listening to you talk about music that it is probably one of the things that I might know the most about you, is like a vibe that Gamage would enjoy. I'm sure I get it wrong often, but you expand upon like the meaning and feeling and sounds behind music way more than I do. So you're operating at a massive disadvantage by comparison. Because I'm like, I like this funk song. And you're like,
good.
I like this song because it made me feel like an apple fell out of the sky, hit me in the head, and I discovered gravity for the first time. And I'm like, okay, got it. These dudes make Gamage happy in a retrospective way.
This song is in my top few favorites, though, and it's I think it's Brit's second favorite song. I think Death Cult Zombie is her favorite song. Brittany, what do you say? I mean, fact checker, who's Brittany?
Who the fuck is that? I think my issue with this song, and I think why it didn't hit me as my favorite, is I think I need to reach the end of this album a couple more times, because it felt like when you this song feels like when you part ways with a good friend that you don't see often, but you know that they're always there for you.
Yeah, no,
and
yeah,
I
mean,
think
that's...
It inherently made me a little bit sad, because I was like, it's ending.
I mean, it even
like,
starts with like, it's the end of the
song.
Party, pack your shit. Like, it's so good. But then, like, you know, the chorus is even like, I got you, friend. It's not forever, just for now. The sun will always set. It's so good. And I do love it. It's, Brittany confirmed it. Death Cult Zombie is probably my favorite, but to love this one a lot. It's close. It's a mood. And I agree. This one is it's a mood. It's got like a sort of a vaporwave vibe to the beat. And it's very unifying in its message. And like, I think that this might be the best on the album in my opinion, but I'm sure most would disagree. Like, I feel like lyrically, musically, like this might be like the best written song. Like, I feel like there's a lot of albums I'll listen to where I'll hit a song and I'm like, this one I think is the best written song, but there's no way this is going to be the top listened to song.
Yeah.
Like, With Hot and Freddie, I think that Showgirl at Heart is the best written song. Even though Femme Hysteria is my favorite, I think Showgirl at Heart is the best written song. And I do believe it's like the least streamed song at this point, which sucks, but you know, maybe
lands
people
where it
aren't
lands, I guess.
people don't listen to the same song I listen to. And that's one of my favorite things about music is how we listen to music differently. We hear a song and even like look at the lyrics, but we get different interpretations from it. Like I like when I watched Anthony Fantano, he kind of disagreed with me on every song on here, like how like this song was like the best, and he was very forced, like you could tell there was a gun to his head. Like, oh, I really listened to this album. It was the most music I've heard, and he disagreed with like what the best songs on the album were, and like that's fine by me because that's almost an opinion, is how we listen to music differently, and that's the fucking tits, yo.
Well, and I love that it's like there's so many different ways to break down what your favorite something is, because having a song that's immensely well written doesn't always mean it is like that's the banger of the album.
Yes.
And that's fine and that's okay. And then there's also things where it's like the tone of this one was so much fun. But like it's kind of the comparison between Worldwide Scourge and most Normal American Voter is one is so fun and talking about really serious shit at the same time, but it has such a like an infectious beat going on. And then Worldwide Scourge is just like eviscerating like commentary on the world around us. And they're two completely different things.
Yeah, but like it's funny because like Death Cult Zombie, Most Normal American Voter, Worldwide Scourge, and Pirate Radio are all kind of the same song, like message wise, but they're all tonally so different. Yeah. But all like if you know, I'm sure somebody smarter than me would like listen to each song and be like, okay, they're all about 98% the same kind of song, but you know, it is such a different song too. I don't know what I was saying, but it's a great album. It's a fantastic album. It's one of my favorite albums, and I'm glad we hit it somewhat early. Like I know that Genesis Owusu is still kind of underground. I mean, he's rising in popularity, and I'm sure with this album, a lot of people are going to be talking about it. I already see some of it. But
yeah,
like,
this will be somebody that I'm watching to see when they come to a small venue in Seattle. Because I'm like, inevitably by your next return, it will not be small.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that his last album was really good. Like his last album had more punk vibe to it. So like, I'm kind of curious. I was gonna go listen to it, but I definitely wanted to talk about this one first. This one easily on my favorite list for the year. And
oh, for sure.
What's crazy though is that you ever have a moment where like you see an artist you enjoy, and you find out they're making an album, and you get excited for it. Because you're like, I like this album, I like this artist because of like this very specific kind of vibes it gives me.
Yeah.
And then it comes out and you're like,
these vibes are wrong.
Nah, yeah, it's But then you discover a different artist and be like, that's exactly what I was looking for. That's how this was with Gorillaz. Is the last Gorillaz album came out and like I didn't hate it. I was like, this is fine. But I didn't get bad. This isn't what I was looking for. But then Genesis Owusu was like, well, I have exactly what you were thinking about.
There's come to fill your gorilla-sized hole.
That's a big hole. There's another album, or at least a couple albums that like I have the same kind of feeling with, and I'm going to hold on to those for later in the year.
Dope, I'm hyped.
Yeah, but like I do have like an actual solid favorite list now, and I'm really excited. And this made it. And I gotta say, so far, all of my favorites are artists who like, I don't want to say they're small, but like they're definitely rising at least. I do feel like Ray is who is on my list is the most popular, and like 2 years
ago,
is
the fastest rising at this moment.
Nobody knew who Ray was. So like my lists are all like small up and comers, and that's awesome. Because I feel like last year I'm like all of these people are already big. Like Lady Gaga, fucking massive.
Yeah.
I always felt bad being like, yeah, that's the best album. What did you expect? Shut up. Anyway,
It was never not gonna be, guys, and we all knew it.
So we should continue the trend of doing our deep dive discussion on this album with the recommendation of our favorites.
Okay.
I do think that I'm just gonna recommend Death Cult Zombie. I do feel like that's like the best. If you're gonna listen to one song on this album, I mean, it's my number 2, but like this is probably the song. This is the song that got me interested in the album. It's a song that I heard, I'm like, ooh, and then got me to listen to the album. That should sell it.
Yeah, I think mostly because most normal American voter is very similar to Death Cult Zombie. I'm gonna go with the Worldwide Scourge. Obviously, highly recommend starting with Falling Both Ways because it makes the impact of its start a little bit different, but I think that song would hit pretty hard without
I
the
agree
context.
that like you need Falling Both Ways to start up your Worldwide Scourge. You need to pregame before
Your
you can
Worldwide
post-game.
Scourge, yeah.
Like I do recommend Running Out of Time. That's my favorite, and like it's so good, but like I don't think you could listen to that song and decide if this album is for you based on that song alone. And that's why I'm going to go with Death Cult Zombie. So Death Cult Zombie is my recommendation. Listen to that and be sold on Genesis Owusu.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great song. Like you said, like that's the litmus test of are you going to enjoy the rest of this?
Yeah.
If you
'Cause
like
it's,
that
like, just
song,
enough
fucking
punk and
continue
everything
on.
else.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Are we is that the music we are recommending for this week? Why the fuck did I say that like that?
Recommendationing.
Recommendationing. That's the music we've recommendationing you this week. I'm having a stroke.
And I'm having a heat stroke, which is different, I guess.
It's a different stroke.
What's the difference? Like, I know the difference between a heat stroke and a stroke is like the salt levels in your brain or some garbage, and then also you're just really, really hot. But like, how are they both strokes? You know what? I don't care. Thank you for listening to We Have a Podcast at Home.
If you liked what you heard or you have an album you want us to deep dive on, like and subscribe on whatever your most favorite is podcasting places. If you want us to talk about a thing, email us at whtpah@gmail.com. That's at gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at We Have That Podcast at Home, all one big long word spelled correctly, or whtpah on Blue Sky. And next week, we will be tackling the illustrious and fine art of it's comedy, bitch. Also, a stroke is when a blood vessel to the brain bursts or is blocked by a clot. Brain cells die from the lack of blood and oxygen. That's what you've learned today is Genesis Owusu is great, and that's what a stroke is. I've been Off-Brand Rachel.
And I've been Heat Stroke is when your body overheats and core body temperature rises to more than 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Gamage. Thank you, fact checker, for doing your thing. Goodbye.
And this has been We Have That Podcast at Home.